For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Friends, never worry about who would be offended if you speak the truth, but rather think of those who would be misled, destroyed, deceived when you lie. There are many of you out there who have become pathological liars just to succeed in life, just to look good, just to be successful. Think of it. Jesus does not like liars.
And we always endeavor to have with you a frank and honest discussion. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel. In a bit, I'll be taking your calls at 452-2979. That's 452-2979, along with your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, 716-2026. And I'll be going through, if possible, some of your comments in the chat room. It's yet another sad day for us in St. Lucia. But this is obviously not reflected in the behavior of our leaders because they're primarily concentrating on their own welfare to protect their jobs so that they could remain in office and continue to portray themselves, to bluff their way as leaders, to bluff their way as police commissioner of St. Lucia, bluffing their way as national security minister, bluffing their way as crime prevention minister, bluffing their way as home affairs minister. Whole set of bluffers. Why I'm saying that? It is because we have recorded another homicide in our country. Because earlier this week, An 18-year-old female sustained gunshot injuries. Well, today, another female has been gunned down. This incident occurring this morning, according to reports from the police. They responded to the scene of a shooting incident at about 7:25, and that is in a section of Montdudon. The area is known as Forgotten Boundary. The victim, the identity, we have not been able to determine that, likewise the age. But what reports we received from the emergency services personnel is that she suffered punctured wounds to the back of the head. And we are at number 55, the number of homicides recorded so far for this year. And according to statistics from the police, most of the murder victims for this year are between the ages of 21 and 30. Very young people between the ages of 21 and 30. So the politicians and the leaders of this country are not listening to us. So I'm putting it to you as the citizenry. How satisfied are you with the performance of what passes for leaders in our country? And as far as your list of concerns, what is at number one as we speak? I like to believe that it is, in totality, the poor governance of our country. Okay, but generally, the poor governance of our country. And when you break it down, the subsets, you're looking at the government's inability to handle the crime problem. We are just not safe in this country. And this is not something I'm manufacturing. This is not fake news. This is not misinformation or disinformation. It's not a case of me playing the role of a rabble-rouser. That is the reality on this Friday, the 30th of August, 2024. But you know what? We do not want to come to terms with the truth. Instead, we listen to people who are manufacturing things. We are listening to people who are misleading us, while we are listening to people who are telling us that we ought to be reveling in the great performance of the government, to the extent that it is warranted to have a walk of progress. It's Hollywood. It is just make believe. And I know sometimes a lot of you are asking yourselves, whether you, whatever you are experiencing, whether it is true, whether it's real. Because you have to ask yourself questions as well, Because there are some people, I don't know if they are successful at doing that. But they are playing a particular role that is aimed at confusing you based on the rhetoric, based on their utterances. So if you were to speak with the Prime Minister of this country right now, he would tell you that those things have not been happening as of July of 2021. He would also tell you, look at the cup half full as opposed to half empty. And the reality on the ground is that this is a country that is in a shambolic or chaotic state. It is really, really, really bad. And sometimes I wonder whether on this broadcast we should continue to point out the ills of our society and by extension the ineptitude, incompetence of this government. And we have to speak the truth on those issues. Because don't expect it to come from a St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce official or an official from the St. Lucia Bar Association or an official from the Citizenship by Investment Unit. Expect those people to come on and say, as much as our unit is embroiled in controversy right now, but we are opening our doors to foreign nationals, to people from Russia, people from Africa, China, etc., to gain possession of our passports, and before that, of course, get citizenship, and to consider St. Lucia a second, a third, or a fourth home. How can we, honestly, say that we are open to having other people adopt St. Lucian citizenship in that kind of environment right now, where it's predictable that every other day we will record another homicide? In the meantime, you have a cabinet of ministers. They meet every Monday to do what? Honestly, ask yourself that. To do what? They go to their various ministries to do what? There are days when they see constituents, and what is achieved? What is our government achieving on behalf of the people of St. Lucia to make their lives worth living? Not a lot, if you ask me. And if they are achieving anything, it is just ordinary stuff. Because there are things that really matter to many of us. High cost of living. The things that will give us peace of mind. The things that will improve our quality of living. Improve our human development index. The government is failing miserably in those areas. Crime. That's a major headache for so many citizens. Not to talk about so many families who are directly impacted by this scourge. And what is the response from our government ministers? What is the response from the Prime Minister of this country? Excuse after excuse. And in most instances, he does not address the problem directly. You listen to the Prime Minister of Jamaica talking tough on crime, wanting to take the fight directly to the criminal elements. Same thing for the Antiguan Prime Minister, Gaston Brown. To a lesser extent, Dr. Drew, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. But our own Prime Minister, is he really leading this country? And if he's leading this country, in what direction? If in any direction at all, you feel as if the country is on autopilot. And who are the people who are in charge? It would appear the criminals, because they're having their way. What more we have to say to this government, or NewsSpin would have to communicate to this government, that the approach to the many problems that are affecting the people of this country is inadequate. It is not appropriate. It is not acceptable. But maybe, as far as you, the citizens, are concerned, the government deserves a passing grade, just maybe, based on your behavior, based on the fact that civil society is so quiet. We might as well accept what we are getting. But on this broadcast, we aim to speak the truth, and we aim to highlight the issues that are impacting us. Let's open the lines right now. At 452-2979, that's 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. And if we can't hear from the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, and we can't hear from the Bar Association, we can't hear from the National Youth Council, because, so many young people are losing their lives in such tragic circumstances. Why not hear from the Christian Council? Those people who are vocal just a few years ago, and I'll identify some of them. One in particular, Dr. Stephen King. Why aren't we hearing from those individuals? Black lives don't matter anymore. Let's take a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes,
Tim.
good afternoon to you, sir.
Yes. Tim, what is the terminology you would use to somebody who sucks at their job?
Incompetent. I'll describe them as being incompetent, a slacker, lazy, inefficient.
Tim, can we ascribe all of those terms that you've just listed to our Prime Minister?
We can do it because based on the evidence before us, it's as if we don't even have a leader at the helm of this country.
Also, I want to ask, would it be fair to say that in the history of St. Lucia, this is the worst Prime Minister we've ever had?
I don't know about in the history of St. Lucia, but I know
We've not had many, Tim.
Yeah, he does not rank too high. He does not rank too high at all.
Tim, I cannot think of one Prime Minister that we've had in our very short history that is as incompetent as the current Prime Minister. Tim, the Prime Minister is hell-bent on protecting the victory at all costs. Now, if a man is not doing the job that he was elected to do, and he is only interested in protecting the job that he have and not doing what people elected him to do, then he cannot. He have to be the worst, because never. And I revert back to that letter from the Medical and Dental Association, that she said that never had healthcare been this bad. Is it only healthcare? Can we not say the same thing about crime? Can we not say the same thing about the apparent level of corruption? What can we not say the same? Can we not say the same about our roads? What is going right in this country, Tim? Is there anything you know of that is going right in this country as of today?
Not at the level of the public sector, sir. Maybe at the level of the private sector, but absolutely not at the level of the public sector. Particularly the governance of this country. Because, you see, the Prime Minister likes to say that whatever problems you're experiencing right now didn't start July 21st or July 26th of 2021. And I agree. But when those things were happening, When Dr. Kenny Anthony addressed the nation and spoke on crime, you got the impression we had a leader. Somebody is working towards addressing that problem. And we don't even talk about Sir John Compton. But this Prime Minister, he wants to address only in sound bites issues that are of importance to himself, his party, and his base. And so he was brave enough, amidst all what that is happening in this country that's going wrong, to have a walk of progress. Now, this is analogous to a student who is correcting his own work and is giving himself a pass grade and saying, out of 10, I give myself 9 out of 10. And not allowing the people of this country, not your supporters, but the entire citizenry to determine whether you are performing at a satisfactory level or not. And as we speak today, I'm sorry, the Prime Minister deserves and the government deserves an F in terms of its performance, particularly in key areas like crime and healthcare. That is my assessment. Might be different for many of you who are watching and listening to this broadcast, but that is my assessment.
No, Tim, and I think many St. Lucians, especially those who live in the diaspora, those who's outside of the mix, who could look out and see and live in countries where you have good governance, would appreciate your sentiments. Tim, like I said before, our Prime Minister is hell-bent on protecting the victory. This is the only thing Philip Pierre is concerned about, is protecting the victory. And he's doing it on the backs of the men and women who voted for him. Tim, the Prime Minister cannot answer questions. I wouldn't say he cannot. He chooses not to answer questions. He chooses to be evasive. He chooses to play games. He chooses. You cannot find no email or nothing that says I talk to lawyers. I mean, and it's just this. And for one, I'm just sick of it. I'm so sick. I'm sick to my stomach of looking at. And I want St. Lucians to stop using this term. We have 2 Nobel laureates. Because right now what we have, it looks like a bunch of idiots running the place. So I don't want people to start using we have 2 Nobel laureates. These guys have nothing to do with the bunch of clowns. And sorry, I'm getting a little bit upset, but we have a bunch of clowns running this country. And it is really disheartening. You mean that we have such a scandal that could threaten our passports, where our people may not be able to travel to different places. People may not be able to even use a credit card, threaten our correspondent banking. And the Prime Minister is like, I'm waiting for the RICO case. I'm not commenting on this. Tim, this guy is... I hope St. Lucia have a mechanism like in the US. You have the 25th Amendment that you could remove a president if you found him to be that he can't do the job. I think the ministers of government should find a way to put somebody that will represent St. Lucia better, because I think at this point, Philip Pierre is not just incompetent, but I think he's lost it. And I'm tired of hearing people say Philip Pierre is a good person. I'm not sure that I used to give credence to that, but as of today, I cannot view Philip Pierre as being any good person. Philip Pierre is the head of the snake that keeps on biting St. Lucia. Philip Pierre is not a good person. Thank you, Tim.
Where you calling from, by the way, caller?
I'm coming from the US.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. We continue with your calls at 452-2979. That's 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026 or 716-2026. Somebody says there, Mr. Poleon, it is a bare and obvious fact. If we are not more careful in who we elect during the election cycle, we will always have politicians who do not know what to do when the time comes for governance. It's one thing to run our mouths on a political platform, but a completely different thing to get into government and effectively govern. Most St. Lucian politicians cannot give you a sound and coherent reason why they are in government. Garbage in and garbage out. Let's take a call. Fire the landline. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Tim, bon après-midi.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Belle journée, pour tout mam la was. Dans le pays Saint-Lucie. But Tim, I said that, I just had to say it, but then Tim, I listened to your preamble on the program there, and it was really touching. And your first caller, that caller, I support him 100%. 100%. You have my support. Tim, I just cannot understand what is going on in St. Lucia. From everywhere. I just cannot understand. Is it a case, these people not hearing the most, but the most, how you call the program?
The most monitored talk show in the world.
The most monitored talk show in the afternoon. This program deals with the issues that is affecting Tim. What more can you put it for them? Tim Anya calls Amete Tetamba. St. Lucia not seeing what is happening in a beautiful island of St. Lucia. Every day there is a homicide. Every day. And what really troubled me, are you're not hearing from those free persons who is in charge to secure the nation. You know?
But they're earning a salary.
The crime prevention minister did whatever he want. Now he get a position. He's getting a salary, like you said. He's getting a salary. Hell with you all, I'm getting a salary. I know I have to get a ministerial position. No matter how small the country is, but it have a way it can pay everybody. Everybody must have a ministerial position. That's it. And look, we have a young lady shot today in Bondido, shot and killed. Are we not tell Philip JP enough is enough for our beautiful country? And whether we labor or flubber, we have to do something to safeguard this country once and for all. And we just cannot allow that to happen. I listen to it. It's almost not safe, not even to say school is going to open next week. It's not, do not even safe to send your children to school. It do not even be safe. And when this thing happens, it doesn't affect in Flambeau labor. The person that killed her, nobody knows which party she supports. Are we not seeing that we have to do something as leader? And we talk about him when we do something, like when he said he gave the police 20 vehicles, so many vehicles in the history of St. Lucia, no prime minister have never given the police so many vehicles. But so many vehicles to do what? You see those vehicles passing on the road high speed, mad as though they don't even...
To pick up dead bodies.
You know, I just cannot, Mr. Poleon. Because you are the only journalist or talk show host that is not going to forget the bread and butter issues, what is affecting us in that country. No other talk show host, none. All of them there to defend one party for their bread, and that's it. I don't know. This seems I'm trying to see if I can get a way to describe what is happening. And the first caller was quite rightly. That is, that may not to go down in history, but that is the worst person who will call a prime minister in St. Lucia. His name should, the man photo should not even appear, on the nation as a leader. Can you sit there? You're talking about a leader of a country. You sit there and allow that to happen, and you say nothing, and you are saying on your program with Andre Paul, that is not your style when things happen to say anything. But not change your style. Your style is not good. Anyway, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you as well. Somebody says then, listen to this ridiculous comment. I'm not reading it because I think it's worth reading, but I'm reading it because I want to shock you. To realize that we have people of that kind of mindset in St. Lucia. Tim, I think all these people who call from overseas who don't pay tax should not talk. That clearly is an individual who is living so close to the stench. He or she, they do not realize what is happening in our country. And I would like to say bravo to the many Saint-Lucians in the diaspora who listen to this program and who call, and also who send barrels, remittances to their families, struggling families and friends in St. Lucia. Because you could have chosen to live in the US, North America, the UK, Canada, elsewhere, and just turn your back on this country. Because I suspect many of you are quite progressive. You have a different mindset. You have been exposed to, the level of sophistication that definitely a lot of people in St. Lucia cannot identify with. And I just wish I could call this individual who made that asinine comment and try to have a discussion with that individual. Just try, but I won't. This is so backward in your thinking and your mentality. So all you're saying is that those people are overseas, they are Saint-Lucians, they don't pay taxes, and therefore they do not have a right to express an opinion. One that does not jive with you and your thinking. But they are well placed because they are monitoring what is happening in their homeland. And maybe more than you, they are sensitive to the plight of the people of this country. Let's get another call via the landline. Good afternoon, NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello, good afternoon to you, caller. Okay, we'll lose that call. 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, 716-2026. And it is worth hearing from Father Albert again, because all about speaking the truth. We ought to do that.
Friends, never worry about who would be offended if you speak the truth, but rather think of those who would be misled, destroyed, deceived when you lie. There are many of you out there who have become pathological liars just to succeed in life, just to look good, just to be successful. Think of it. Jesus does not like liars.
Thank you very much, Father Albert. And we have a number of people who prevaricate in St. Lucia. They're very evasive. We have a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin, you're on the air. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Poleon.
Yes, good afternoon to you, caller.
I just heard you read a clip there from somebody who live overseas shouldn't talk because they don't pay taxes. But these people in St. Lucia, some of the idiots, I would call them, must understand that we live overseas, but we contribute more to society than them that do nothing. Sit down, they don't contribute nothing to the country. All they do is look for handouts. That's my contribution.
All right, sir. I think this individual is calling from Barbados. 452-2979. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. The landline. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Okay, we'll lose that call. Let's take another call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good day, team.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Now, the Labour Party have something doing. They're also saying it too. If you say it often enough, they will believe it. So I don't want to be, how they say it, repetitious, but it's the truth. So I will say it again. I am still waiting on the government, and I need them to hear it all the time, that I'm waiting on that audit for the CIP. So that's all I'm going to say on this one. I'm waiting on the audit. I need to see it. The other thing, Tim, I was in town today, and people, when it's like in the movies and you hear one person say bomb, and everybody just running all over the place. They don't know where the bomb is, but everybody running all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is how people are, both in Cassis and in Viewfort, looking for books. And it is that time that I will remember and I will remind people that we had a golden opportunity and we gave it away. The books would have been on the device team. You would not have that issue beating that hot sun. I walked so much today, Tim. By the time I checked myself, my hip was giving way.
Wow.
I could not walk again.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I came from Viewfort, going to Castries to look for books, only for them to tell me that they don't even order A-level books again. I have to go and order it online. You understand me? When we had a golden opportunity to just, the government would have paid the license and all we had to do maybe just renew or update the device to get the books that we want. You understand me? We gave that away for what? Less than $200 in facility fees. And less than $200 in Maths and CXC English. Okay? We gave up that team. A-level books are not cheap. But we gave away all of that just for some crumbs. So I need people to remember this. I'm telling to you one more time. We had an e-book system that would have helped us, that would have saved us thousands. I got a little exercise today, but it was too much for me. I could have exercised somewhere else while saving time and money. So we need, definitely, I'm asking the opposition that if tomorrow God blesses us with the reins of power, again, let us bring back that e-book. Let us bring back that help. I don't care about Walter Francois and whoever else own bookstores outside there. Let them diversify. Let them get some other books to sell to him. But they don't have to survive on my demise. Okay? We need to bring back the e-book system. Thank you, Tim.
All right, thank you so much for calling. We have another caller line. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Yes, Steve, how are you doing?
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
Tim, I just have a short contribution to make. I just take a risk just to call. Tim, I don't know. It's so painful to have what's happening to our country. It's really, really painful. And, nobody really seems to care. But as the caller told you a while ago, I want to encourage you to stand for the truth. Don't let anything. I've never seen anybody, like these so-called journalists, one-sided, scared to ask questions and so on. As I said a while ago, our country is a lot of trouble. And that priest that always called to speak out, I want to congratulate him and tell him thanks. And I hope that many Christians and pastors, whatever, are listening. And we all stand to rescue our country. We are living in times where the scriptures say that man will rather hear what? Lies than truth. Man will make a rush after lies. They'll believe a lie. We're living in the times where the scriptures say in Matthew 24, God said, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That means because lawlessness will be so rampant that the love will have hatred for one another. Have you ever seen any hatred like this before in St. Lucia? Never. Parents against children, children against brothers with hatred. And who is causing all that? People in authority, politicians, other people in authority scared to talk. Now, march is no more. March against black lives doesn't matter anymore. I don't know what. Now, I've heard some talk, and I've never called because, my health is important to me. I hear politicians say, this one trying to make us lose our banking rights or our cards to order things on eBay and all this nonsense. I've never heard of such crap before. You think any banks will listen to people talking? You can talk a million times on talk shows. To ban banks for dealing with another bank, you got to have solid evidence in court in the USA. Now, all what we are going through now with that CIP is because we don't have transparency in this country. If we had the transparency in this country, if they say Martinez is talking nonsense, you not behind that nonsense, because he would shut his mouth, you would come out with the facts. You not say, my passport, I have to wait for people to tell me, to tell me about my country. You would come out with the facts and contradict whatever Martinez, whoever is saying. But now, it's just secrecy. Now, I've heard my Prime Minister say that not his field, there's a minister responsible. Tim, when you have a football or a cricket team or any team and you're the captain, when the wicketkeeper does nonsense, you don't go and tell the team or the manager is the wicketkeeper. It's the whole team. It's the captain that's responsible. He has to stand and take the blame. Just like when World Cup is won by Darren
Sammy.
Yeah. Everybody there, damn it. The first captain is the captain that get the praise first. So when the team fails, it comes back at the captain. You are in charge. It's just like you're home with your kids, Tim. You're in charge of your kids. And your kids do something, you'll say, oh, my kid is 5 years old. He can see, he has to speak for himself and so on. No, you are the father. You must take responsibility. The same way when the kids go to college, they do good. You are the first. We are the first to come on death and say, my child. So when he does wrong, it's your responsibility, and you don't have to compromise with your children. What we are getting now, people is compromising. I've heard before this nonsense, put women in authority. We look in this. I don't care who you are. I've said it before. You can be whatever you are, whatever, male, female, in between, I don't care. If you deserve the job, you get it. You have women in authority, people are mashing down on women, nobody is saying nothing. The women are quiet. But I'm there to want solutions. That all of us who have been quiet, when we want to talk, I pray God it will not be too late. This country is in trouble, and we need people to talk. And Tim, again, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage the leaders, the church leaders, Christians, come out. Those in authority, chambers, everybody in authority. You're not doing it for political favors. You're doing it because of your children, because you love your country. Tim, I want these people to sit down when they go home. And when they call the train in there, oh, I love you, my daughter, my girl. See if they really love that girl. Think about tomorrow. No, we are greedy after money, so we just care about ourselves. No thinking about the future of our country and our children. God bless you all, Tim. Take care, man. And as I tell you, hold on. Don't let go.
Thank you so much for calling, sir. Still to come on the most monitored talk show in the world, the Prime Minister says, quote, "I coming, but is it taking too long to come?"
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilex.com for for assistance. Lucelec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
School start back, KFC got your back. With a back to school deal, it's a tasty pack. Just $12, oh what a deal. Come and get your fill, it's a steal.
But that's not all. Purchase any back to school meal for a chance to win one of 5 backpacks filled with school supplies and a brand new laptop.
Write your name, drop it in the box. KFC got the deals that totally rock. Hurry in before August 30th and sign on. Charge on the 31st, come before it's gone. KFC St. Lucia, we the best around. Back to school with KFC is the talk of the town. It's finger licking good.
Visit kfcslu.com for more information. Follow us on social media at KFC St. Lucia. Approved by the St. Lucia National Lottery. Terms and conditions apply.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with the best deals for ya. Switch it up, this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. Bundle postpaid Wi-Fi, you go. Got a bill in half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
It is well known by all St. Lucian professional tradesmen and even homeowners that European-made tools are the best. Well, guess what? Europa Hardware is having a massive promotion on the Metabo brand of power tools. From impact drills to angle grinders, jigsaws to rotary hammers, sanders and hot air guns. All at unbeatable, jaw-dropping prices. Don't let your tools let you down. Come to Europa and stay standing with a proud in-the-hand tool from Metabo. Call us at 452-0763 or visit us in Massat Grosile. Europa, we service what we sell.
The CPL is back for 2024, and the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. There are 4 games between September 7th and 15th. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com. Turn it up and experience cricket played louder.
Attention men, are you worried about your prostate? Then get a multi-parametric MRI of the prostate done for only $1,250 from now until the end of September in commemoration of Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Don't guess, know your status. Speak to your doctor or urologist, or just make an appointment by calling any of the La Clinique de Corps branches in Castries or Rodney Bay at 451-6559. That's 451-6559.
Need more days of savings? MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Super Saturday of Savings has just been extended to Sunday. Take advantage of amazing deals. This weekend, MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt are offering you amazing discounts on selected items. MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Super Saturday of Savings has been extended to Sunday. Don't miss out on the incredible discounts and deals. See in-store, Facebook, or www.mnchomedepot.com for more details. Terms and conditions may apply. Better value for better home.
At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Man.
JJ's Paradise presents a Back in Time Country and Western Dance happening on Saturday, 31st August at JJ's Paradise in Marigot. Admission is $10 and we start the party from 7 p.m. Come be entertained by the Old School Master, Andre Paul, alongside DJ Max and Baby Shams. We've got food and drinks on sale, and of course, prizes to be won all night from JJ's Paradise and FJC. So get ready for a night of Back in Time, Saturday, August 31st. For more information, call JJ's Paradise at 720-2000 or FJC at 717-1025. Back in Time Country and Western is supported by JJ's Paradise.
Wait for me, I come in. And when I come in, you come in too. All of us come in. All of us come in.
Stop coming and come. Stop coming and come. Stop coming and come. You taking too long to come.
Like a promise from government.
Taking too long to come.
Took up crime and give employment.
Taking too long to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come. You taking too long to come.
Growth of the economy.
Taking too long to come.
To increase wages and salary.
Taking too long to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come. You taking too long to come.
Wait for me, I come in. And when I come in, you come in too. All of us come in. All of us come in.
Stop coming and come. Stop coming and come. Stop coming and come. You taking too long to come.
Like a promise from government.
Taking too long to come.
Took up crime and give employment.
Taking too long to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come. You taking too long to come.
Growth of the economy.
Taking too long to come.
To increase wages and salary.
Taking too long to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come.
You taking
time to come. You taking too long to come.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world. We continue with your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And in a moment, I'll try to go through some of your comments in the chat room. Lots of discussions taking place there. But first, let's take a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello. Let's try again. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Hi, Tim.
Hi. Good afternoon to you, Rick.
Bye. Every day is a new one. Tim, among the perks afforded MPs, even the House Speaker, is a contingent of police bodyguards. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware, yes.
The Prime Minister has a number, and every MP has a number, one or two or one, whatever. They're allowed, without any question, to have firearms. They even carry the firearms into the House of Parliament. We've had incidents of people in Parliament threatening to shoot opposite MPs, shoot them. We have all of that, Tim, on the record. I want to say that.
Our judges, too, they have police
All of
officers, yes, security at the disposal.
So we really must stop fooling ourselves with our politics, because this fooling ourselves is very expensive to us. We pay even the highest price sometimes, by which I mean with our lives. So we must stop playing around with shadows as a form of mépris, party mépris, etc., etc. We have common interest in this country. And to hell with those who are blinded too blinded to see that. Labour Party supporters are as much vulnerable to random shootings by the roadside or whatever. Do you know, by the way, what party the young lady supported who just was shot down like a dog?
I don't know, and the same obtains for the other 54 people who were killed this year. I don't know their party affiliation.
I wonder what parties they belong to. Okay. You had a bank robbery. Most people think it's an inside job. Whether or not it's an inside job, it's a crime. It's more problem in the country. I asked myself, where was the bank in Rodney Bay?
No, at Shock.
At Shock. I asked myself, especially in these times, was there a police contingent, maybe two armed police officers, just guarding the bank? Or if the bank had, in fact, a contingent of guards people from the
private security.
We don't talk about any of those things because we're too busy fooling ourselves, and usually it's one party against another in the way we fool ourselves. I say all of that thing. When Kenny was in office, he was given the hardest time for bringing crime, for solving crime. Am I right?
You're correct.
Of course. And before him, whoever was there got the same heat for not solving crime. And Alan Chastney famously got a lot of heat during his campaign for saying whatever it was he said, I don't know. Kenny couldn't do it, but I will do it, meaning I will stop the crime, I will protect you, etc., etc., etc. Now, Tim, you and I know this is pure hyperbole, exaggeration, that we should never expect or even talk about Philip Pierre being able to stop crime, or Alan Chastney being able to stop crime, or any other prime minister being able to stop crime.
That's even though he has a crime prevention minister, Rick.
Even without crime, as a matter of fact, somebody in an important position, a police officer, asked me if I didn't find it ludicrous. That almost sounds like somebody's name, huh? Ludicrous. That a guy who was a police officer, and my police source said to me, a guy who was a police officer, and not any kind of particular police officer famous for anything at all. He was not even a standout police officer, according to my source. A non-entity police officer. I'm not making the guy, I'm telling you what I was told. So it was any standard. And now you have that police, that supposed non-entity police officer, a minister of government, allocated the portfolio for preventing crime. Is it preventing crime?
Crime prevention.
Crime prevention. And that guy is supposed to look at a real police commissioner now and basically give him orders or even make suggestions to him about crime and how they see crime and etc. Can you see how silly that is, Tim? Can you see how silly that is? A guy who was not a standout constable now finds himself, by virtue of our politics, in a position to almost dictate to perhaps a very experienced police officer who is now police commissioner. Is that insane or not?
Ridiculous.
And what do you think that experienced and perhaps very frustrated police commissioner is thinking to himself or herself when this basic nincompoop is telling him or her how to handle crime? When he was a constable, he never even made an arrest, let's say. You see how ridiculous that is?
You as police commissioner might be asking yourself questions, and maybe you will conclude that you are an underachiever.
Well, there you go. But we don't dwell on those things. We always dwell on the shadows, etc., etc. A while ago, I think our famous pastor from Beaufort, I think, was talking to you.
Brother Harris.
And he was saying to you, stand up, keep standing up for the truth. And I thought that was nice. And then I remembered over the years when I was doing talk, how many calls I used to get. Rick, I support you. I support you with everything. I support you. And I used to tell him, I don't need your support. I have support at my home. If you like what I'm doing, make it yours. And act on it. Act on it. Don't just tell me I supporting you and after you say that you go to sleep and let things continue. You don't. If you are supported in what you are doing, Tim, I want to see that support.
True.
I want to see people taking up your cause. When somebody, a politician, feeling safe with the government and taxpayer paying his legal fees, decides to be a horror to you and puts you in court for something that is not even deserving putting you in court because it's amounting to a chilling effect, frightening people into silence. Politicians sue, government politicians in particular, because the other politicians don't have the money to pay for lawyers. But it's usually government politicians who sue members of the press or write them letters and so on and publicize it. And the idea is not whether they have a case, whether they will win or not, you know, Tim. It is that trick of making everybody shut up with fear.
Mm-hmm.
If they have the whole country in fear, they don't have to do anything, you know, Tim. If a country is living in fear, that country is in the control of the guy who's causing you to live in fear. One guy can do that. So, I want to link something there. Alan Shastney told the whole wide world that he was going to take the opportunity offered by, what's his name? Philip
Martinez.
The same offer made to members of government, etc., to come and see evidence he had of hanky-panky going on with
the CIP.
Galaxy, etc. And I remember saying on your show, how dare Philip do that? If you have anything, bring it down to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is not your little boy to call him and see and so on. So that was my initial reaction. I changed that, Tim, because I said to myself, I, the Prime Minister, would not go. But if a guy is making the kind of claims that Martinez is making, and he's applying it to a case he has going on in the government, which is before the courts, St. Kitts, right?
Yeah.
I would assign someone to go out there and look it up, take his notes, come back to me, and if I need that to put on investigation, I would put it underway. Does that make sense?
It does.
The guy was told to buzzer. So Alan Shastney, who is an opposition guy, is obviously looking for whatever he can to pressure the government out of office. That's what opposition guys do. And he may also have a serious consideration of what could happen to the CIP program and its consequences if things go haywire and we find ourselves in trouble. So there's more than one reason why Alan Shastney should legitimately go and see the evidence. But in talking about going to see the evidence, Tim, we all, including Rick Wayne, anticipated Alan Shastney would come about with some solid evidence. And when I watched him on the show, I was disappointed. And then came the reflection, because you have to think of tomorrow, what you thought today, give it another thought. And I couldn't find anywhere where Alan Shastney promised he was going to bring back evidence.
Mm-hmm.
He was being invited to come see a situation. He went and he said he saw the situation. The Prime Minister could still even then assign somebody to go and see again to see if Alan Shastney is a bloody liar. You with me?
Yeah.
You see all the things we do, but we expected Alan Shastney to provide evidence. Now, what has that got to do with crime? The same as Philip Pierre. Philip Pierre is right when he says he's not a policeman. And it is also ridiculous and expecting too much to say that Philip Pierre is not stopping crime. Because nobody can do that.
But nobody's saying that he should stop.
But, let me finish that point, please.
Mm-hmm.
But if the Prime Minister is operating a mediocre police force, and let me not before I forget on that, the Commissioner of Police is leaving this weekend. The guy who would normally have taken a place is under some serious manners, and it would be insane to put him as commissioner. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
the guy who was arrested and so on.
I'm very much aware.
Under serious investigation. Under normal circumstances, without that cloud, he would have been commissioner. But no prime minister in his right mind, no minister of security, no with their right mind would put him there to take the place of the retiring police commissioner, right?
Yeah.
Have you stopped to consider the manger cochon that's involved there?
Yes, I've considered
because
it.
we all know the government does not like salary. We all know that, Tim. Let's not play games.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. We know that.
Well, or let me put it better. The government and salary are not on the best of terms. We know the details of that. We don't even go into that. The rankings of other guys in there, if they were to pull one and make them the commissioner of police, that is bound to cause more trouble in the police force in terms of merit, etc., etc. So the prime minister must now be having a hell of a time figuring out who to put in this woman's place, who was a dismal failure, by the way, and who left on the eve of another woman getting killed because she came in, and the big thing about her was she was the first woman commissioner, and what that meant, deserving of gold medals in her own Alfred way, etc., etc. Well, the woman came in with a lot of skepticism on the part of the country and left having confirmed that skepticism. She did nothing of significance, and she left. When she left, her last report was that a woman got killed, not a guy. A woman got killed. What a state of affairs. So we have all these things. What we can put a lot of pressure on the government for is its apparent, I'm trying to find a nice word, lack of focus, lack of sufficient interest in the lives of the citizens, protection of the citizens, etc., etc., to have a proper police force. By now, the Prime Minister should have decided, I am going to pour in so much CIP dollars behind the police force. For the time being, I might have to recruit 50 or 100 people to protect the people of this country and tell them why you're doing it, because St. Lucians don't like foreigners working in their police force. Well, boy, you have
think
to
no,
tell
hold
it
on,
to
Rick.
them.
Hold on, Rick. Let me correct. I don't think it is basically, especially as we speak now, I don't think it's St. Lucians who have that kind of attitude towards having a foreign national at the helm of the police force. I think it is more police officers who might not want
very good, Tim.
to have
Very
foreigner.
I was about to focus on that. I did it deliberately, and I was about to, well, since you brought it up, to tell you. It is the police force itself.
You're not St. Lucian.
Resent
Because I think outside of a survey of or anything of that nature, I think most St. Lucians would support, after everything we've gone through over the last several years, most St. Lucians would support having a foreign national who is capable helming the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
But you see, Tim, it would not be nearly enough. It would be repeating stupidity to just bring a commissioner, white or black, because we've done that before, and it was a disaster. What is needed is a much larger force, a much better trained force, a more dedicated force, and a lot more money put into the policing of this country and its citizens.
But why you think, Rick, we have wasted so many years trying to organize the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, trying to stabilize
Because
the
we
Royal
keep
St.
on
Lucia
doing the
Police
same
Force,
thing.
and we have failed miserably. I mean, and I've thought about it. I mean, who is going to head the Royal St. Lucia Police Force as of Sunday into Monday? Who? We don't
That was
know.
my question initially. But I want to say, Tim, one of the reasons, possible reasons for this terrible failure of the people is because, and Kenny Anthony said it, government after government after government applies the same medicine to the disease, the same medicine that didn't work. So we have to go out of our way. The government has to find the gonads to acknowledge and to tell the people of St. Lucia that they have to put millions of dollars into a police force that stands a chance of restoring order to the country, that stands a chance of offering us a modicum of
But Rick,
protection.
if you plow millions of the people's money into the Royal St. Lucia Police Force and continue to politicize it, what do you think will be the result?
Exactly. And by the way, I shouldn't just say the police force. I should say in the justice system, because our courts are also a joke. Our judges and magistrates are as much under suspicion as any other crook because they're not credible. They are too close to politicians. And this matter of when people time come to resign or renewing it, giving them contracts, that is corruption. That is inviting trouble, because the from people's perspective, that person who has gotten that contract is going to be playing the games of the politicians in office, regardless of which one. So you want to remove that conjecture. You want to remove all room for that kind of speculation. You get my drift?
I got it.
So we are in a lot of flipping trouble. So just as we should not have anticipated Alan Chastney coming up with proof, evidence of so-and-so, but still what he said it requires investigating. So we must not expect Philip Pierre to solve crime. What we can expect, just as we should have expected from Alan, was evidence and to tell us details of what he saw. And in Philip Pierre's case...
But Rick, you shouldn't even be telling the people that we ought not to expect Philip J. Pierre to solve crime. Okay? I mean, the people are reasonable enough not to expect that. But we want you to manage...
I want to be very careful.
No, we want you to... We want the Prime Minister...
That thing about expectations is what I'm talking about.
We want the Prime Minister to manage it. We want the Prime Minister to bring it under some level of control. And we want the Prime Minister to exhibit that kind of approach whereby he's concerned about the situation.
Tim is not the Prime Minister I'm talking about there. I am saying that people will comfort themselves by saying, well, the Prime Minister can't stop crime, etc., and continue to live in fear of going out that door. So I am talking about false expectations, exaggerated expectations. But we expect and should have a proper police force. Because you're not going to be able to make a dent in crime unless you have a proper police force and a functioning judiciary.
It is not in the interest of politicians, ruling politicians, to have a proper police force, Rick.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Tim, what we need, what we must have, whether they do it or not, is for the public to decide they're not doing it and what to do about it.
So, in other words, what I'm telling you, it will not happen in a hurry. It will not happen in a hurry.
But Tim, believe it or not, I am still optimistic even though I've been kicking the teeth so many times. Because what is required is for the Prime Minister, who has his own image of occasion with the public, it's the people around him who sully his image, I'm going to be very frank about that.
Rick, I disagree with you in that. No. I disagree with you in that.
Well, it's okay to say.
The Prime Minister is making a hash of so many issues in this country right now that he is the one who is selling his image. He's the one.
So he's responsible. But what I am saying to you is, you can have St. Peter as Prime Minister, surrounded by devils, you're in trouble. So I want to give him the benefit.
No one elected the devils, eh? No one elected the devils.
Let me do it. It's me.
No one elected the devils.
Pardon?
No one elected the devils. I'm just telling it to you like it is.
We elected the devils. The problem is that the politicians tell us don't elect devils, but they only present devil candidates. That is another sick joke. But I'm saying I still think Philip Pierre's reputation is salvageable, his legacy is salvageable, if he takes appropriate action and stop playing games with people's minds.
You should help him, Rick.
He must know, as I said before, he's not a fool.
Rick, you should help him do that, okay?
But what do you think I'm doing there now?
No. Call him one-on-one over the weekend and help him in that area.
I don't have that kind of thing.
No, do it, Rick. Do it.
But thanks for interrupting me, Tim. It's all right. We talk. Later.
Thanks for calling. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin. Still to come, we'll have our NewsSpin news of the day, some more of your WhatsApp messages, and your calls.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With bouteille and view for accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, teacher.
Let's head back to school.
It's time to get the children ready to head back to school with a back-to-school loan from First National Bank. Get up to $30,000 for all your back-to-school needs. No deposit required, low interest rates, and an easy process. Visit any First National Bank location or call 455-7127 for more information. Let's head back to school with First National Bank. Terms and conditions apply. First National Bank, here for you.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with the best that's for ya. Switch it up, and this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. Bundle postpaid Wi-Fi, you go. Cut a bill in half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Open and win with Guinness Bike Life under the Crown promotion. Over $100,000 worth of prizes to be won. That's right. Guinness and Guinness Smooth gives you the opportunity to ride away with a brand new motorbike, an ATV, and or $5,000 cash. Lots of other instant prizes to be won, including smart TVs, smartphones, AirPods, Guinness merchandise, fuel vouchers, grocery vouchers, free Guinness, and lots of cash. To participate in the grand prize draw for the motorbike, you need to collect 6 Guinness crowns, 3 of the left bike symbol and 3 of the right bike symbol. Place the 6 crowns in an envelope with name, address, and contact number. To participate in the grand prize draw for the ATV, you need to collect 6 Guinness smooth crowns, 3 of the left ATV symbol and 3 of the right ATV symbol. Place the 6 crowns in an envelope with name, address, and contact number. Envelopes can be picked up and dropped off at the following locations: Heineken St. Lucia Warehouse in Union Castries and SDI Warehouse, St. Jude's Viewport. Promotion starts August 15th through to October 15th. Draw takes place October 22nd. Drink and live responsibly. This promotion is approved by the St. Lucia National Lotteries.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new Bacon Melt Sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Get your taste buds ready, come and try. KFC's new Bacon Melt Sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue. Anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a Bacon Melt Sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
Gade mweti boy, pa fe la fimela.
Stop all that smoke, fume, and noise. Keep the emissions to zero and be a hero for the environment. You can still do all your lawn mowing, brush cutting, leaf blowing, hedge trimming, even chainsawing, but with a battery-powered machine. Europa is now offering a buy one, get one free on professional battery tools. When you buy the tool, we'll throw in the battery absolutely free. Yes, you heard right. You get one free battery with the purchase of any Steel professional machine.
PS la fille, PS des ordres. Merci, papa.
Visit Europa in Massad, Grosley, or call us at 452-0763. Europa, we service what we sell.
Attention men, are you worried about your prostate? Then get a multi-parametric MRI of the prostate done for only $1,250 from now until the end of September in commemoration of Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Don't guess, know your urologist or just make an appointment by calling any of the La Clinique de Corps branches in Castries or Rodney Bay at 451-6559. That's 451-6559.
The CPL is back for 2024, and the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. There are 4 games between September 7th and 15th. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com. Turn it up and experience cricket played louder.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, cast in sand and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Need more days of savings? MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Super Saturday of Savings has just been extended to Sunday. Take advantage of amazing deals. This weekend, MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt are offering you amazing discounts on selected items. MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Super Saturday of Savings has been extended to Sunday. Don't miss out on the incredible discounts and deals. See in-store, Facebook, or www.mnchomedepot.com for more details. Terms and conditions may apply. Better value for better home.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world. The St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, SLASPA, wishes to inform the public that effective August 27, 2024, extended operating hours will be implemented at Cargo Shed number 6 at the Castries Seaport, and that is to help alleviate the current backlog in the stuffing operations. The extended operating hours are as follows: on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays, that is tomorrow, Saturdays 8 a.m. to noon. And SLASPA says they appreciate your cooperation and understanding as they seek to efficiently manage the increased volume of the stuffing requests at Shed number 6. We have a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. NewsSpin, you're on the air. Hello. Good afternoon to you, caller. You are on the air. Hello. Yes, good.
How are you today?
I'm okay, caller. How about you?
Okay, team. I'm not well, I'm not sick, because something I called to address there. I want to know when the Ministry of Health will open the eye clinic for the doctors to do surgery for people. 3 years. I'm on the list, team. Okay, 3 years I'm on the list, team. And I cannot, not opening the place for the people to do the surgery for people, which is unfair. My eye getting bad, team.
What is the reason why they have not commenced or recommenced?
I don't know. I have no idea, because the doctor said not to come because they have not yet given them the okay. They not yet put the equipment. Team, it is so frustrating every day. I'm crying because I'm getting blind. I have a cataract and you feel 3 years somebody on the list to have a surgery. When you go private, it's so expensive. One eye is $5,500, you know, team, for one eye. And you have plus other things to do. You have the treatment to take. You have the visit to do. Team, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. Our Ministry of Health, I don't know. I just cannot take it on again. So I just asking Minister Musa Jean-Baptiste Moses, whatever is his name, when will he be opening the place for people to do surgery? It's a free thing. People, it's a help that the Cuban government giving us. At least try to help people. It's a terrible situation, Tim. Oh, well, that's CIP money they have. Why they cannot open the place to the Cubans? Oh, I cannot take it on again, not Tim. It's so frustrating. My people tell me not to. Pardon?
Caller, I feel your pain because, I mean, we all value our sight.
Yes.
And you don't want to lose that.
No.
You do not want to be in a position where you have to depend on people to do things for you. You want independent.
It's not even in that situation yet, and I cannot bear it. I'm already crying. It is so painful. I cannot go nowhere by myself. You have to go somewhere. Somebody has to hold me. I cannot see the gutters. I cannot see. It is frustrating. As I telling you that my eyes are full with tears already because it is so frustrating. 3 years I'm on the list. Oh boy. Anyway.
Caller, all I could say is that I hope that the Ministry of Health will attend to that issue so that you can get your treatment. Likewise, other people who are on the waiting list. And in particular, the health minister. Let's take this thing seriously. Let us take it seriously.
Yes, Tim, it is not easy. Anyway, Tim.
Okay, caller.
Thank you for taking my call and have a good day and a good weekend.
You're welcome.
All the best.
You too.
Yes.
All the best
bye-bye.
to you.
All right.
This is frustrating. This is painful. This is vexing. And in the meantime, walk of progress. Let's have a walk of progress. We're doing so well. Never mind the fact that this service is not available and people are crying, calling close to tears, and you cannot deliver something that is essential, an essential service to the people of St. Lucia. Before very soon might hear the health minister, who's scheduled, by the way, to address, a conference of the Miku North constituency group of the St. Lucia Labour Party tomorrow. And he will not be addressing that particular issue, I could tell you that. He will tell you about protecting the victory. He'll speak about the success, so-called success, of the Walk of Progress which took place last Sunday. We have a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. You are on the air. Okay, well, that call. Let's try the landline. Hello, good afternoon. You are on the air.
Hi, team. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon to you.
Okay, team. I am still awaiting the investigation into the briefcase passport fiasco. So, again, I'm appealing to the minister, Mrs. Albert Poleon, who said that she was going to carry out that investigation. So I'm still holding her to her word like you. I'm holding my breath. And I hope that she's going to conduct that investigation and let us know the outcome. Also, the government needs him to relocate this passport office because it's definitely not what St. Lucians are supposed to get for a passport office. They need to get a place where people can actually go in, probably have a sequence, where you can go and you can take a number, you can wait your turn, and you can sit comfortably in an air-conditioned office. I know St. Lucian deserves that. Okay? Also, I am not sure what's happening with Lucilec, but I realize for the bill that I just received, I'm not sure how many persons are in that same position. But I realized there was a big hike, like $40 more on the monthly bill. So I don't know if Miss Joseph can probably call and explain why, that bill is so high for this month as opposed to last month and the previous month. Okay, maybe she can give a call and ascertain why the bill is so high. Also, team, I'm not sure if you've heard in the grapevine that the minivan drivers are going to now be paying the $700, which was removed, I think, some years ago. I think they will, for the route, operating the route permit. I think that is going to be reintroduced, or it has been reintroduced. So I'm not sure if you can get hold of Mr. Ferdinand, I think it was.
Of the National Council on Public Transportation?
Right.
Yeah.
If you can get hold of him.
Godfrey Ferdinand.
Exactly, yes. Yes. So if you can get hold of him, for him to confirm whether, that's true or not. But I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not sure whether it's hearsay or if it's actually going to take effect. So again, he can probably come out and, give us some information on that. Okay, team,
Okay, ma'am.
And, like I said again, it's just a sad state that we are in St. Lucia. It's like nothing good is happening. Well, very few good things are happening because we are still alive. We wake up every morning. Most of us, we are still alive. So we have to be thankful for that. But apart from that, team, I don't know what's going on. You know, every is something different. If it's not healthcare, it's security, it's school books. You know, it's like just one thing after another. So again, let us see what happens. I don't know. I'm at a loss.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling. So there we had the discussion. I had an exchange with Rick Wayne. We were suggesting, well, my point of view is that at the time that most St. Lucians would want a foreign national at the helm of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, but not the officers of the force. They would not support this. Well, a police officer says to me, most police officers would at this point prefer a foreign commissioner of police. The senior executive officers would want it. The advantage of having a foreign commissioner of police is that he or she comes and has no clique or preference. And that is what we need. Let's get another call via the landline. Good afternoon, NewsSpin, you're on the air. Hello? Hello? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we lost the call. Let's see there. Somebody says there, boy, is the hypocrisy. I can't take it on. When was Chas? It wasn't hearing that talk at all when there was crime in his time. And what's the old government? That rule must take the blame. Okay, let's see if we take a final call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon, NewsSpin, you on the air.
That rule must take
Hello?
the blame. Okay, let's take a final call.
All right.
Good afternoon.
One second, let me just...
Yes, turn on the volume. Yes, turn on the volume.
Yes, I was just doing this.
Go ahead, please.
Sorry about that.
Okay, ma'am.
Team, you know, our country is bleeding, and that's a reality. And Prime Minister Philippe Pierre needs to look in the mirror, and he will see a liar staring in his face. Earlier this year, while addressing Parliament, I think it was about April, Philippe Pierre claimed he had insider knowledge of crime and assured us that he passed that information on to the police. But what has been done since then, Tim? Is Philippe Pierre passing on his responsibility to the Commissioner of Police? You know, seeing the Prime Minister distancing himself and claiming it's not his role is extremely disappointing. It's a betrayal of our trust. We need a proactive leader, a proactive Prime Minister who is committed to protecting our citizens. It is obvious that Philippe Pierre lacks critical, logical thinking. If he was employed in the private sector team, he would be fired for his incompetence. The Prime Minister's focus is, like you have said, is on the political victory of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And he has this over the lives of the people he was elected to serve. And this is unacceptable. Team, the Prime Minister needs to implement effective crime prevention strategies, which is critical in this moment. And which is nothing short of, and what he has done or has not done is nothing short of his incompetence as a leader. St. Lucia deserves a better team. We need a leader who will take action, who will confront the issues head on and prioritize the safety of our people, not just of St. Lucians, but of the tourists who are coming to St. Lucia, because tourism is our main income driver. What's going to happen now when people now are afraid of coming to St. Lucia because of the increase in crime? Team. And as you rightly pointed out, Philippe Pierre's current performance is a failing grade. And it's time as St. Lucians we demand accountability and brutal, honest leadership. We cannot afford, team, to lose more lives due to his blatant incompetence. And St. Lucians need to come out. We are afraid. All of us are hiding behind a mask. We need to come out. If we care about the country and we care about each other, we need to come out and speak about the ill that is happening in this country. And that's my comment, Tim.
Thank you so much for calling, ma'am. We have so many more calls coming in, but we have to conclude the broadcast. And thank you so much for listening and watching another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world during the course of this week. God willing, we'll be back on Monday. And when we're back, we'll be able to report on who is at the helm of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, because tomorrow, Cressida Descartes-Pelius will be serving her final day on the job as the nation's top cop. Finally, our NewsSpin news of the day. Nearly 40,000 people died home alone in Japan this year. Nearly 40,000 people died home alone in Japan this year. Once again, have yourself a safe and enjoyable weekend. My name is Timothy Poleon. Goodbye.